I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The point guard's probably the most loaded position in the NBA, but after thinking about it for a very long time, I've come to a conclusion on who my top 10 point guards are. Now, this list is very interchangeable, and I can see worlds where it rearranges and stuff. So let me know who you think should be higher and who should be lower, and also let me know who your favorite point guard is. So I hope you enjoy. Here you go. Steph Curry was easy to place at 1 simply because he is the best point guard in the league. He is the only one in the top 4 to even make the playoffs, and his team was abysmal without him on the court. There is no argument to be made that anybody should be over Curry at the point guard position. Some people have Luka 1 and Steph 2, but respectfully, Luka is 2 behind Curry. Probably going to have a lot of people claiming he is the consensus one after next year because I expect Dallas to have a great season. But for now, he is number 2. You're lucky I'm not being bold or salty right now, or else I could have him a lot lower. But in this video and in this series, I'm not going to have my personal biases too much affecting on the list. The difference between 3 and 4 is slim. But because Dame had a career offensive season last year and has proven he's a top 3 point guard time and time again, I have him at 3. However, after next year, I think Dame might fall out of the top 3, but for now, I'm just going to keep him at 3 because he is well deserving of the 3rd spot. There is definitely an argument that Shea deserves to be in the top 3 after last year. I was close to putting him over Dame, but we've only seen 1 year like this from Shea, and as elite as he was last year, he could have a slight drop off next year. Do I believe he will drop off, though? No. So next year, I think he will be top 3, but for now, I think 4th is fine. Trae Young is absolutely trash on defense, but people use that argument to make him seem worse overall. Now, Dame isn't good at defense, Luka is non-existent on the defensive side, and Curry was not good for a while and still isn't that great. But Trae Young gets hated on it the most. The reason Trae Young is hated so much is simply because he has irritated some of the biggest fan bases in the NBA, meaning Knicks fans don't like him and Celtics fans don't like him, and many other fans don't like him. But you could make an argument that Trae Young is the next version of players like Dame and Curry. I might not agree with it, but I'll listen to it. So although I really dislike him, I think he is overhated and is starting to become underrated. So that's why he is 5. Ja, figure it out, bro. Just because you're a top 6 point guard doesn't mean I would want you on my team. I cannot deny your talent, but I really do worry about you and your future as a basketball player because of how reliant you are on your athleticism and all the problems with you off the court. Still, you're currently a top 6 point guard in the NBA no matter how concerned I am for your future, and that is why you're ranked at 6. Jalen Brunson really showed us who he really is in the playoffs this year. I will listen to an argument saying he deserves to be 5th on this list, and I won't argue with you. He is still young and could move higher by the end of next year, but I have him 7th on my list. But again, you can rank him top 5 and I won't be mad at you. I think De'Aaron Fox is still underrated, and he is my 2nd favorite player in the NBA, so I'm a little biased here, but I think he's top 8 respectfully. If he didn't break his finger against the Warriors, he might have advanced past the 1st round, but he was the best player on a Sacramento team that did make the playoffs as a 3 seed, and a lot of the guys ranked ahead of him didn't even make the playoffs. He's ranked number 8 on my list, but I think I can make an argument for him to be top 5, just personally. And again, there is biasy here. So don't come at me about it. I don't really consider James Harden as a point guard because he is naturally a shooting guard, but I do know that I will get a lot of criticism if I don't put him as a point guard. So let me say that he is 9 because this position is loaded, and I think the other 8 guys are 5 times better than him right now. And I was debating keeping him off this list, but again, I know I get a lot of criticism. I know Harden's a great player, but there comes a time where I just get sick and tired, and we as fans get sick and tired of just dealing with the same stuff, and it keeps happening, and I'm sick of James Harden. So I'm being nice by putting him at number 9, but he could be off this list completely. I love Jamal Murray, and you could make an argument that he should be higher, but if you were to put him as the one option on a team, I don't think he would do what the other 9 guys in front of him would. So I respect any argument of having him higher, but I personally think he's not better than the other 9 in front of him. Also, remember how Drew Holiday was rated so highly after the Bucks won and then hasn't been considered within the top 10 since? Don't get me wrong, Murray is way better than Drew Holiday ever was, but I think the other 9 guys ahead of him are better. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't mind any argument saying Murray deserves to be higher, though. Tyrese Halliburton had the highest amount of assists per game last year and has reignited the Pacers franchise. I would take him over Ja, Trey, Luka, and Harden, but ranking him over them would be bold even for me, so I didn't. But it wouldn't feel right not to mention him because I'm so high on the Pacers for next year. So he might mess around and be top 5 by the end of the year. Who knows? But he does need to be mentioned as an honorable mention. Also, as a heads up, I just want to warn y'all, Ben Simmons is going to have a get-back year within the next 2 years, and it could be this year, so I have to mention it right now. Ben Simmons, watch out for him. And that is going to conclude this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, because if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, come on, bro. Subscribe right now. The button's right there. Just subscribe. Turn on post notifications too if you want to, because shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers, and then I'm going to rank my top 25 players in the NBA, maybe top 15. Who knows? Let me know what you want. But this is just the beginning of this series. So again, subscribe, turn on post notifications to stay updated with this series. But that's all, folks. Bye.